checking out Skytear Horde today. It's my first time playing the game, so let's see if I can figure this out. In summary, an arcane and unknown power has taken over the world of Skytear, controlling hordes of monsters led by dreadful elementals, the Outsiders. Legendary heroes from all the realms have set aside their rivalries and forged an alliance to repel the common threat once and for all. During your turn, you deploy allies and towers on the 6 lanes of the battlefield to stop waves of monsters from destroying your castle and pillaging your resources. However, just defending will not be enough to win. Some of your allies must counterattack and tear down the portals that are spawning the horde. Once the portals are destroyed, the outsider elemental will arrive in the battlefield for the final confrontation, destroy it and claim victory over the horde. So it's basically like a tower defense game. And I do enjoy tower defense games in video games. So but when I saw this, I thought it was interesting, so I thought I would check it out. Alright, let's, here's the setup. Tokens. Place the 2 lane markers in order in the center of the table. So, let's move this out of the way. I don't know how much space you need actually, so, but okay, we'll just put it right in the middle. Leave room for row of cards above and below the lane markers for monsters and allies. So like right here. Place all the remaining tokens within reach. They're talking about all these tokens, I guess. So, okay. I'll just place them here. I know there was a note saying that you might actually need more than the tokens they have made available to you. So I have bits and pieces from other games that I can use, I guess, if we need to, but we'll see. We'll just separate these. Put the health stuff here. I think you might need cards on the side because I'm looking at this picture now. You actually have to place like cards on the side too. So how are we gonna do this? All the way in the corner, just don't fall. Don't fall off the table. Okay. Take 3 portals of the desired game mode and difficulty identified by the icons at the bottom of the cards. Let's see. Because I'm playing solo, you can play this game co-op. You can do PvP where one person plays the horde and the other person plays the defender. Or you can do a co-op versus the horde, so up to 3 players. But you know, around here we only play solo. So, so there's no page specific to solo modes. So we're just gonna take 3 portals of the desired game mode, I guess. Whatever that means. Let's see if I can figure it out. I've seen those cards, of course, because I put them away. I checked them out, so I've seen those portal cards. Just need to remember where they're at. I think they're right here with this starter. here. Alright, so have the player guide, let's just leave that out. Okay, portal cards. Okay, they're right here. So you look for the indicator that says solo, and that would be a 1 indicator, number 1. Okay, so this one. Okay, so there are multiple. I guess you just choose which ones. Oh, you can just choose randomly, I suppose. So let's just shuffle that and then just pick at random, I guess. We need 3 of them. Take 3 portals to the desired game mode and difficulty. So, I mean, it's not even gonna matter because this is the first time that I play the game, so it doesn't. Actually, it doesn't even really matter, you know, which cards I ended up with. So, but yeah, let's just do these 3. Okay. Alright, so where are they going? Take 3 portals of the desired game mode and difficulty identified by the icons at the bottom of the card. Form a face-up pile ordered by stage number with stage 1 on top. Oh, each of them has like 3 portals. What? Okay, so there's only 1 that you pick, and then they have like, hold on, from a face-up pile. Form a face-up pile ordered by stage number with stage 1 on top. Hold on, that doesn't make any sense to me. Do they really have? Oh, they do. They have stage. Okay, so maybe. Yeah, they need to be a little bit more specific here because, like, if you're first time playing this game, they need to say like pick one. Because they have like multiple ones, multiple number 1 for solo mode. So I guess, but each of them has like different level. I don't see it. Form a face-up pile ordered by stage number with stage 1 on top. Okay, well, you gotta be specific about this. Form a face-up pile, and then I only see like these are all different. Okay, let's just do this. These are all portal cards, right? They want 3 portals of desired game mode. And then you're looking for at the bottom here. Oh, it's the person indicator. Okay, I was looking at the wrong thing. I thought number 1 is solo. That's just telling you 1. Why did they do that? Solo in brackets 1. So I was looking at 1 as, oh, that was it. No, that's not the case. You look at the icon. Okay, so these 2 are solo. This is versus. That is solo right there. So they do have more than, okay, maybe a total of 6. So they said 3. Like, you can see that they each have like unique graphics. It's not like 1 is a set of 3. So this is like they all have different thing going on. You know, so let me see. These are all solo portals. So take 3 portals for the desired game mode difficulty identified by the icons at the bottom of the card. And then there's also like a difficulty thing. normal, hard, and painful. This one doesn't even have a difficulty, so I don't know what this is about. Why does it take 3 portals? There are like a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards that are actually indicated as a solo. Do they have like an example? Do I have to look at the video? I mean, the manual should be able to tell you how to play the game. You know, but let's see. Portal. Take 3 portals. Face a face-up pile ordered by stage number with stage 1 on top. There's like stage 0, I guess, and then 1, and then 2, 0, 1, and 2. Is that what they wanted you to do? They just want you to, but they say stage 1 on top, but this is 0. Or what is the indicator at the bottom? What does 3 means? Okay, I think, okay, so that's the stage. So that's stage 3. So you need to have 1, 2, and 3. I see. So you pick at random, like between these 3, and then between these 3, and then stage 3 is that you only have 1 card that's stage 3. But like I said, it doesn't matter. So we'll pick that one, and we'll pick this one, whatever. So stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Okay. And then we're going to place the cards, looks like down here. Okay. Alright, so that's done. Place 4 minion cards within reach. They will stay outside the lanes in a zone called the black line. That's number 3. Okay, so you have a row of 4 minions up here. Okay. So just any minions? Place 4 minions, just any minions? Or the game only has 4 minions. Okay, so it doesn't matter, I guess. So. Alright. Portal setup. Follow the setup instruction written on the stage 1 portal card. It usually will instruct you to place 1 plus health marker, on 1 or more minion cards. The plus icon represents health tokens, increasing the health of the minions and consequently their attack because of the special ability all minions have. Whatever that means. Okay, let's see. So let's read this card here. Set up Yetnar, Onikai, and Zephylite minions gain +1. Oh, okay, the minions up here. So Onikai, Yetnar, and Zephylite. Okay. That's done. Shuffle together all Horde cards from common set and another set of your choice of your first game. Use the Renegade set. See card anatomy on page 3. This is known as a Horde deck. Place it within reach. Okay. There's a lot of Horde cards. I think there are like 70 Horde cards. So okay, so we're done with the portal cards. So shuffle together all Horde cards from common. Okay. All of them? Like, that's a lot. common set. From the common set. What does that mean, common set? Rarity is 9. Horde set is 2. Okay. Oh, do they have... Oh, okay. So you need to find one that has like that portal symbol, circular, because that's the Horde set. The common set, okay. That's a lot of shit to go through. I guess now I know how to put these away. Yeah, there's a total I think of 70 board cards, so not a lot of the not a lot from the common set here, apparently. Those are it. That's not a lot. Okay. Wait, there's only like 4 cards from the common set. Unless they meant like the rarity is common, but I think they said set. So if it's based off the set, it's like the top right hand corner. Okay. So these 4? There's something wrong. It can't be. But they all have the, yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. Because they all have that icon at the bottom, the circular icon at the bottom. And they're talking about sets, it's like the top right hand corner. So there are only 4. Hold on. So shuffle together all Horde cards from the common and another set of choice. And then they recommend that we do the Renegade set. So, okay. With the icon of a skeleton of a bull. A bull head skeleton, top right hand corner. So that's the Renegade set. Okay, so this is what's going to add to the number of cards that we have in total. So let me just make sure that I don't have one separated from the rest of them. Oh, yeah, see? Now it's adding up. Dang, that's a lot. Okay. Maybe there are only 2 sets, because I only see like the other icon is like a skeleton, like a hyena skeleton skull. Oh, and then there's one with a triceratops skull. So there are a total of 3 different, 4, I guess, 4 sets of Horde cards. Okay. Guess we're done with that one. Alright, so we're going to shuffle these together. And then where does it go? Okay, it's going to go here. Alright, that's good enough, I guess. It doesn't even really matter, so, at this point. Alright, that's done. Outsider pile. Choose an outsider, just one. And set aside their outsider cards. For the first game, use the hatred bringer. Place one outsider card face up within reach. This is known as the outsider pile. Okay, what is an outsider? I don't know. I think I've seen those. It's like on the card that says outsider. Okay, these are the portals. Where was that? Oh, I think it's right here. Guess this is the main bad guy. Okay, so we have the Beast Lords. Okay, they recommend Hatebringer. So there are only 3 outsiders for this basic game, main game, base game. The one thing I don't like about what I noticed with board games, since I'm new to the hobby, you know, I just started like a couple of years ago. They're big with, you know how Steam is big with early access, and it's it's doing bad mostly than good, you know, because if you go through your discovery queue on Steam, 9 out of 10 games are early access games now. And you know that 99% of them will never get like a polished final release. And with board games, I see the problem is there's this whole thing with Kickstarter. They really want to get your money up front so they know how much they can print and how much money they can make, and they charge like an exorbitant amount of money so you can get like this whole set of complete edition whatever with extra expansion that's only exclusive to Kickstarter or whatever, Game Fund, whatever, these different websites. So if you buy retail, you're usually missing stuff, you know. And with this game you can definitely feel it, because there's supposed to be like 4 different factions, like red, green, blue, and yellow, and they purposely remove the yellow and make it like a Kickstarter exclusive or whatever. So when you buy the retail version like I did here, you're missing like 1, and you can't even buy it separate because they're trying to make that exclusive. I just make it exclusive for a year or something, you know. But I guess that's why they want to make sure that people will always fund their games, you know. And that's, I think, the problematic thing that I noticed with the board game, the board game universe. So coming from, you know, as someone who's new to this whole thing, yeah, just like the Steam early access situation, you know, everything is early access. With board games, everything is like a Kickstarter. So. Okay, so we have the Hatebringer, and then Hatebringer is going to sit up here. Castle card. Place the castle of your choice within reach. For your first game, use the Gaping Maw. That sounds like a green element. So... And then the funny thing, I was talking about Kickstarter and purposely removing content from the retail version. When I was looking at these cards, when I was organizing them, I noticed how like you can create your own deck in this game. And then they actually dared put something like, for this castle, you can create a deck based on this number of red, this number of green, this number of blue, and this number is yellow. knowing that, you know, retail people are gonna say like, huh? Anyway, I just thought that's funny. Okay, so gaping maw is actually a frost or blue. I'll get used to this camera setup. Card. Okay, and then if I flip that, let me show you. If I flip that, you'll see where it mentions that you can actually draft a yellow at the bottom there. So for base, you can include a green, a blue, and a yellow element card. And of course, you don't have access to the yellow card because that's for exclusive to the rich. You know how funny that it extends to this to board games too. Yeah, if you got the money, you can pay like $200 to kickstart a game or whatever. You know, you get access to these things. But anyway, all right, what's next? Each player shuffles together 40 alliance deck of a color and your choice to form the alliance deck. For your first game, avoid green Taulo deck. Each player places their alliance deck within reach. Okay, so now we have to create a deck. So for this castle, here there's a rule. Whenever you pick a castle, there's a rule of what you can. How you can create your deck. So this one, it says you must have gold Bajarn and 39 other cards. You may include any shapeshifter and you cannot include any Bushido nor Yami. Okay, so we'll keep that in mind. Let me see if I can so it says legendary. We can have up to 2 legendary blue cards. So or blue elements. So I guess we should choose a legendary first. Oh, but we have to include Gul Bajarn. Here's Gul Bajarn. We have to include him. And then we can pick another legendary. 1 mythic. You can have up to 6 mythics. So I think there are already 6 probably in here. And I also have the expansion for this game. So, you know, once I played the base games a number of times, we'll start mixing all of these cards together, you know. So yeah, the other legendary that you have here is Korjov. So we'll pick Korjov too. So those are our 2 legendary, and then we can have up to 6 mythic. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Any more mythic cards? There's probably 6 here. Or maybe not. Maybe that's just the thing about with that. I think they're just gonna say, yeah, once you get the expansion, then you can have more mythic. So you're stuck with just 4 mythic. In this base game. I'm not even sure if like maybe the Kickstarter has the additional 2 that maybe they're holding back for the retail version. And then rare, you can combine green and blue elements, elementals. So how many do we have so far? We have 6. So we have to have 40 cards total. So we need to have, and you can have any number of rare and base cards. So I guess we should pick a rare card just, you know, to increase our chances of winning the game. So we'll make sure that we pick all the rare cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 14, 15, 16. So there's 16 rare cards from this pile. So I guess we'll also get 16 rare from the green pile. Oh, we're not even touching the red pile this game. Okay. Sitting right here. Okay, so we're looking for rare. Should be 16 rare here too. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There should be one more. 16? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, there's only 15 for the from the green elemental. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Really? Maybe I missed one. I'll double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Just double check here. Well, I guess so. Yeah, and then there's a total of 40 cards per. So, and I counted it, it's 40. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, 15, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right, just making sure. Okay, so for the rest, we can, so that's what? 15 plus 16, that's 31. 30. So we need 3 more cards. 31 plus 4, 35, 36, 37. So maybe 2 from the green and 1 from the blue. Let's just do that. Make sure they're not ultra rare. Okay. Legendary or anything like that. Let's make sure that this is 40. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Okay, let's shuffle this. And the castle actually needs to sit over here. I'll move the book at the side. That should be good enough, right? Okay. And these are gonna sit up here. Get out of the way. Castle is over here. Is that it? Okay, draw and mulligan. Each player draws. Oh, we have to avoid the green Taulo deck. Let me make sure I didn't pick that up, and then I'll just shuffle a little bit more. Totally forgot about that. Because we can't have the Taulo for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, and then it says something about shapeshifters not okay. What was it? Bushido Noriyami. But that's like, those are mostly from the red elementals, I think. Or they're just the red elementals, because I remember seeing those. And shapeshifters okay. So we're just looking for Taulo. Behemoth is okay. Yeah, I don't see Taulo, so I guess we're okay. So let me just reshuffle this just a little bit, because it doesn't even really matter. It's the first time I'm playing the game, so. Okay, and then we can draw in a mulligan. So each player draws 5 cards. Player may discard any number of cards and draw back same amount. Then shuffle the discarded card back into deck. Okay. For your first game, we suggest discarding any card that is not of the ally type. The card type appears just below the card title. You're now ready to start playing. Okay, so I'll follow the suggestion though. So I draw 5 cards. Okay. So they say don't keep cards that are not an ally card. Ooh, I got a Gold Bajan immediately. Okay. Here's another ally. Get rid of those 2. Get 2 more. Another ally. Another ally. Okay, let's reshuffle this. So we got 5 ally cards. This is how they recommend that you play the game as a newbie. Okay, that should be good enough. Okay. Let's see. So these are our cards. Oh, let me just show you what I got. So we got Tusk Warrior. Tuscan Warrior, Clan of the Maple, Clan of the Elk, Golbajan. Oh, Golbajan is gonna make sure that we win this game. And then Tribe Warriors. Okay. Okay, winning and losing. Alliance players lose when the castle is destroyed or any player's alliance deck runs out of cards. Alliance players win at the end of the turn in which the final outsider stage has been destroyed. Okay. Outsider is summoned only once the first portal stage is destroyed. To destroy the portal, some of your allies and spells must attack it instead of fighting the monsters. Once the stage 1 portal is destroyed, stage 1 outsider will be summoned onto the lanes. Okay. What? Once stage 1 portal is destroyed? Really? Yes. Okay. Defeated and survive until the end of the turn to claim victory over the Horde. In order to survive, make sure that your castle... hold on, let me just check something. Okay. In order to survive, make sure your castle is not destroyed and your deck does not run out of cards. Have good luck and have fun. So I guess we're ready to play. Game flow. Okay. The game is played over a series of turns until the players either win or lose the game. Each turn has 7 phases. Jesus. Okay. Refresh phase, gain mana. You know, the thing is, I probably shouldn't have gone online, but we'll just use this for now, because I'm sure that there are, like, errors. Because they usually update the game rules or whatever online. But the way that I'm going to approach this, actually, we'll just use whatever that we have in front of us. And then I'll check online. Because what I was going to do was actually just play base game just with whatever that's... Because the expansion actually came with errata cards, which I thought was kind of cool. So I already did that replacement. I don't think there's anything else that needed to be replaced. They have new player guides, but I think it's because there are new elements introduced in the expansions. So I think this is probably safe. But if not, I mean... Just know that I'm using just the manual here to play the game. So there might be new things, that they updated on the website. So refresh phase, gain mana to play cards and ready allies. Okay. Horde phase, summon a new wave of monsters. See, what they need to do here is actually with each phase, guide us, make us play the phases so that we get used to it. You learn from actually playing. Reading, when I started playing these board games, you can read through the manuals, fine. You can kind of get what they're saying, but when you actually play while you read or play the game, you get more out of that than just going through the manual. And when the manual's written like this, where it says do these things, but they're not telling you how to do them, it's harder for you to learn how to do them. So I'm going to skip this part because we're going to be doing those things. Make sure to keep the player 8 within reach. Before explaining these phases in details, we must introduce some key concepts. Okay. We're not ready to play. Don't lie. Because you say right here, you're ready to start playing, but you're actually not ready to start playing. Lanes. The main game zone consists of 6 lanes, identified by the 2 lane markers. I saw that the super special edition actually comes with a full mat. Retail version only comes with these sad indicators, line piece of cardboard here. But anyway, I mean, it works. So there are a total of 6 lanes. Okay. At most 1 monster above the lane markers. Okay. At most 1 ally or tower below the lane markers. During the fight phase, monsters and allies will strike each other in the same lane. Otherwise, unopposed monsters will strike the castle, while unopposed allies will strike the portal. So why do they have the portal like down here? Well, I guess it's just a way of managing. Okay, because the castle is like up here, you know, like on the right. Okay, I see. The 4 minions are a special kind of monster threatening your resources, which are represented by the Alliance deck. Okay. During the pillage phase, the healthier the minions, the more cards you will have to discard from your deck. What? Okay. Remember, all players lose if an Alliance deck runs out of card. If an Alliance deck, so it doesn't matter. If you have 2 players, one person, well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be playing this alone forever. Minions will stay in play in the black line outside the lanes unless you pull them into a lane using an ally during the Alliance phase. Okay. When a minion is destroyed, discard all tokens from it, place it back in line, and one Alliance player may draw a card. Discard all tokens from it, place it in the back line, and one Alliance player may draw a card. Okay, so the reason for you to engage with these minions in the back is just to get rid of the buff. That's it. That's all the purpose that they serve is just that. That's interesting. Okay. You can't get rid of them permanently because they go back to the back. Alright. Understanding keywords. Many abilities use keywords and icons that are explained in the glossary on page 14. The most common keywords are play and destroyed. One-time abilities happening when the card enters play or is destroyed respectively. Okay. The 4 most used icons, plus minus, different colors represent the 4 different tokens that permanently modify the attack and health of cards underneath them. Okay. So are these supposed to be like in specific lanes? Or are they just in the back? It doesn't matter which lanes. Yeah, they're just in the back hanging out. It doesn't matter which lane. Outside of lanes, yeah, so. Health and destruction. Many cards have starting health printed in the bottom right hand corner. Each time a card takes damage, you must place that many minus onto it in order to decrease its health. When the health of a card is 0 or less, it is destroyed. Discard all tokens from it. Resolve to destroy the ability and follow rules below depending on the card type. Ally. Place it in the owner's discard pile. Monster. Place it in the Horde discard pile. And one Alliance player may draw a card. Okay, so whenever we kill a monster, we get to draw a card. Okay. Castle. Alliance players lose the game. What? Oh, depending on the card type. Alright. Portal. The portal enters an irreversible collapsing state. You may flip it over on its backside as a reminder. A collapsing portal will be replaced in the end phase with the next portal card rotated upright. Outsider. Put the card back in the box and place the next stage outsider, if any, at the bottom of the outsider pile. This is the list on the last page of the rule book as well. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's go through. Let's play the game while we go through the manual here. Refresh phase. Mana is the magical Skytear resource required to play Alliance. Each player takes mana equal to the mana boost of the current portal. So it looks like it says, with this portal it says 4. Bottom left hand corner there. So we get 4 mana during the refresh phase. I know there's like a mana indicator, but I don't think it has 4 mana. How do we track that? Oh, you put it on. You put it on the track. Okay, that's clever. Okay. Using one of these. So the numbers there doesn't mean anything when it comes to the laning. It's for the for your mana counter. Okay, mana can be kept from turn to turn, but it is limited to 10 and it cannot be traded between players. Okay, so we're gonna do the refresh phase. So so we have 4 mana. So I'm gonna place it here on 4. Okay, so that's done. Horde phase. Oh no, ready exhausted card. Each player readies their exhausted cards. We don't have any, so it's about the first turn around the game. Okay, key concept, ready and exhausted. Cards in play can be in 2 possible states, ready or exhausted. Cards enter play in the ready state and must become exhausted to use their exhaust abilities. Exhausted cards are pulled away from the lane markers to represent their exhausted state. Exhausted cards fight normally like ready cards, except you cannot activate their exhaust abilities anymore. Okay, but they're still on that lane. They're still in that lane even though they're exhausted. Okay. Alright. So that's done. There's nothing to do there. Okay, so Horde phase. Now the Horde takes a turn. Summon Horde cards, or summon a number of Horde cards equal to the wave number on top of the portal. The portal will rotate in the end phase, so this number will change. So with this portal card, it says 1. As you can see here at the top. So, so that's going to be 1 monster. On the leftmost lane without a Horde card. Okay, so we'll pull 1, and it is the Grealthan Wallbreaker. And what I noticed with this game, which is a little disappointing for me, is that there's no no flavor text. I mean, you know, something simple, but nothing. You don't get a flavor text at all. So what does this do? Let's check it out here. Grealthan Wallbreaker. It's an attachment. So if it's an attachment, what happens? Play. Yetnar minions gain +2. Attach Grealthan Wallbreaker to Yetnar minions. But there's nothing. Attach monster gains pillage. So if it's not, I mean, was I supposed to even add this in? No, it says that it has the same icon. Rarity is common, and it is a common set. So what happens then? Nothing happens. They need to explain a little bit more about this. Place a top card or Horde deck face up in the most upmost. If all lanes already have a Horde card in them, put the Horde card face up on top of the outside of the pile instead of summoning it. What? Okay. So I guess we'll see what happens here. Resolve the new Horde card, so it's probably here. Okay, proceeding from left to right, repeat the steps below for each newly placed Horde card. Okay, so I guess on the next round, this gonna get attached to somebody. Okay. One alliance player of your choice gains mana equal to the mana boost. What? If greater than 1, mana can be split amongst the players. Wait, this thing has like, it's not, oh, what is that? No mana boost. Okay. So if the symbol is like this, you don't get any mana boost. I don't even know what that symbol means. They didn't explain it, even though they have it actually here on the manual. So I guess we'll figure it out later, or maybe I can go to the glossary real quick and See if they put it. They have it in the glossary here. Nothing in the glossary about that icon. Is there a I don't even see, like, the glossary should have included like an icon database. Yeah. Nothing. Okay, that's probably, maybe it's for the Horde player. Who knows? Okay, we're just gonna ignore it for now because apparently it has no significance at this point. Resolve any playability. Ignore any treachery ability as this is not relevant now. If the card was a spell, place it in the Horde. Oh! If it's a spell, place it in the Horde discard pile. Oh, but it has to be a treachery though, right? And this is not, it's not a spell card anyway, it's an attachment. Okay, so ignore any treachery ability as is not relevant. If the card was a spell, place it in the discard pile. Okay, proceed to resolve the next Horde card that was summoned this turn. But we're only summoning one, so that's it. Shift all monsters is step 3. Shift all, put this here. Shift all monsters in the lanes towards the left so that there are no free lanes between them. Okay. If there are like empty spots between the lanes. Alright. That is fine. So we don't have to do anything right now. Okay, now it's the alliance phase. Now we get to play. The alliance players can take each of the action below any number of times and in any order. Okay. Play the card's mana cost to play a card from your hand. Okay, so we have 4 mana. So I can play either the Tribe Warrior or the Clan of the Elk. And I think we should play Tribe Warriors because in play, monsters engaged with Tribe Warriors gain -1 attack and -1 health for the remainder of the turn. And then fight Gorilla 1, remove up to 1+ from a minion. Okay, how does that work? Okay, so I'm gonna, let's see. Place an unengaged, okay, play the mana card cost of a player from your hand. Okay. On page 16 you can read more details on how each card type is played. What, page 16? Okay. Allies enter the play in a lane without alliance card and remain in play until they are destroyed. Okay. So we can put it on any lane. So we'll put it here because this is just an attachment. I don't know how, they still haven't addressed anything about attachments, so we'll just leave that there. We'll put this guy here. Place an unengaged minion with 1 or more health in the leftmost lane without monsters. What? Place an unengaged minion with 1 or more health in the leftmost lane without monsters. With unengaged minion with 1 or more health. They all don't have any health though. So, no? I don't understand. None of these minions have health. They're all 0. So what is... So they don't get to get engaged? They just... Huh? Place an unengaged minion with 1 or more health in the leftmost lane without monsters. You must have an ally in the same lane. Move or play it beforehand if needed. If the ally leaves this lane during the alliance phase, the minion will immediately return to the back line. I mean, they even showed like oh, they have 1 health though, right? I mean, that's why we give them the plus, isn't it? Oh, because of the setup, right? Let's go back to the description for the castle. Oops, that's the castle ability, I think. Where is that? There was a oh, it's here. Yetna, Ornikai, and Zephylite minions gain 1+, so they get 1 health. Okay, so we can engage one of them. Okay, so we're gonna have this one goes here, so we can remove that. But okay, well, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. And then you can remove 1 health when you fight. Okay, let's take it step by step. Okay, so you must have an ally in the same lane. Move it or play it beforehand if needed. If the ally leaves this lane during the alliance phase, the minion will immediately return to the back line. Action, move or discard cards. When an ally, not a tower, from one lane to another, if an ally, move an ally from one lane to another without alliance cards, or even swap lanes with another ally in play. You can also discard any of your alliance cards in play. So you can choose to just discard, if you don't like a monster, I guess, or a protector, you can just discard it. Use exhaust abilities. Use your exhaust ability on any ready card you own by exhausting that card. We don't have any exhaust ability on him. Or them, I guess, because they're tribe warriors. A bunch of warriors. Additional cost. Some abilities might have costs that you must pay in order to use that ability. Additional costs are highlighted in bold. 2 examples would be the Gapping Maw Castle, requiring you to pay 1 mana, or Landshaker Tower, requiring you to give 1 minus health to an ally in order to resolve its ability. Okay. So that's all done. So we engage. How do we... Oh, so we have to wait for the fight phase. Okay. So we can't do anything right now. It just stays like that. But at play, the monsters engaged with tribe warriors gains -1 attack and minus health for the remainder of the turn. So this thing actually has minus health, right? I mean, what I'm confused about there is how does that work? Doesn't that resolve immediately? Because it's 0 immediately as soon as it engages with the tribe warriors. Okay. One step at a time. Because this seems to be like every time this happens, the health gets removed. Anyway, okay. Keep going. But I'll just put the indicator there, because as soon as this is played, and when you play an alliance card on a lane that's not occupied, one of the minions, the leftmost, place an unengaged minion with 1 or more health in the leftmost lane without Mars. What? Yes. I'm just engage minions action, because only these are called minions. I think none of the enemies are called minions. I just want to make sure that I get this right. Okay, yeah, this is good. But yeah, I mean, anyway. So yeah, that immediately the monsters engaged with tribe warriors gain -1 attack and -1 health. I mean, it doesn't have an attack anyway, but I'll just leave it there. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just for the sake of it, so we know what's going on. Let's see. Reveal treachery phase. Reveal the top card of the Horde deck and place it face up on top of the Horde discard pile. This is the treachery card for this turn. Okay, where are we going to have the discard pile? We'll just put it right here. They don't have a recommendation of where that is right yet. Nope. Well, next to it, I guess, but it's occupied at the moment. Let's take care of that. Okay, so this is going to be the treachery card, and it is Utseshi Storm Tower. It's also an attachment. There are a lot of these like attachment cards. Okay, it doesn't have a. Okay, well, sometimes I'm just impatient, I guess. But let's see what it says. Ignore any play ability and look for the sides of the treachery card for any sword or magic symbol. And it does have one. Okay, so it does have one. So let's see what that means. It's on the left hand side here. It's a sword symbol. Okay. If there are no symbols, skip to the next step. Otherwise, determine the boosted monster. The boosted monster is the leftmost monster in the lanes. If the symbol are on the left or rightmost, oh, if the symbol is on the right. Okay, that's cute. But that's an attachment. Anyway, it's funny how you would think that they would assume that it's a possibility that you would pull something like that instead of a monster, an attachment. You know, they should have been addressed like in here. You know, if you pull an attachment card, you know, don't worry about it, you know, because you resolve it next turn, something like that. But anyway, because it feels like I'm doing something wrong, you know. Remove the treachery ability written on the treachery card. Ignore any other abilities such as play. Or resolve the treachery ability if there's a treachery. For the remainder of the turn, the boosted monster gains an attack bonus equal to the number of attack symbols on the treachery card. So one sword means that it's just +1. As a reminder of this effect, you may place the treachery card above the boosted monster and discard it at the end of the fight phase. So does that mean that this attachment can now attack? Did I mess up by moving this guy here? I mean, see, this is why it doesn't have a fight. I think maybe that's it. It doesn't have a fight ability. So if it doesn't have a fight ability, then it doesn't do anything. So, you know, we can just do what it recommends us to do just to get into the habit. So this is gonna be up here. So it's a +1, but it's not gonna attack or anything. It's just sitting there, and it doesn't make any sense. You know, it's like some equipment that's just sitting there, coming out of a portal. We got logistic issues. All right. Fine. Step 2, Alliance reactions. Alliance players can play spells with play abilities, with spell play abilities. Mana and additional cost must be paid. Oh, and I forgot to pay for this guy's 2, 3, 4. We're back with 0 mana actually when we use that guy. when you summon those guys, actually. Use exhaust abilities on their ready cards. Okay. We don't have to do that. Everything's good. Now we go into the fight phase. Follow the steps below for each lane from left to right. So Horde fight. Resolve the fight ability of any monster in the lane. We don't have any. Even like the minions don't have any. It's interesting how the minions don't have any fight ability. You know, like the minions are just running around like picking up like flowers. I mean, I don't understand this. I don't understand like, yeah, like the minions are just like in the back doing their own thing. That's questionable. Okay, and then we resolve the fight ability of the alliance. So with this, the fight ability is Gorilla 1, so remove up to 1 health from the minion. So this minion actually gets damage. It's already at 0 and then gets -1 damage. So like, you got totally fucked. So how does that work with minions? We'll see here in a minute. Okay. Monsters and allies in the lane strike. Take the action below depending on the situation. Strike? Oh, strike if they're not engaged with each other. What? If the lane has a monster not opposed by an ally, the monster deals damage to the castle equal to the attack. Please note the tower is not an ally, and therefore a monster in a lane with a tower will still strike the castle. Okay, that makes sense. Unopposed ally. If the lane has only an ally, ready or exhausted, the ally deals damage to the portal equal to their attack. Monster versus ally. If the lane has both monsters and ally, even if exhausted, they deal damage to each other equal to their attack. Okay. Resolve the next lane. Repeat the steps for the next lane to the right until you have resolved all lanes. Okay, so what happens to the minion? Pillage a number of cards equal to the total health of all minions in the back line. Huh? Pillage a number of cards equal to the total health of all minions in the back line, not in a lane. Minions that were engaged this turn do not pillage. To pillage a card, each alliance player places the top card of the alliance deck in the discard. Wow. Okay, so 2 cards will be pillaged. Oh, that's what the minions are there for. Okay, makes sense now. They're out there to pillage. Okay. So I guess they're like killing all of these allies or resources. You know, they're doing stuff in the back. Okay, now it makes sense. You know, they could have explained this stuff. So yeah, it makes sense. So that's their danger. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and then this guy actually, because he has 1 health. Remember, it started with +1 health. No, but since it engages with the tribe warriors, but that doesn't happen. Resolve any fight ability. Okay, doesn't have fight ability. And okay, so before they even fight, it's already reduced to 0. Okay, it's fine, because I was gonna say it also get a +1 +1 damage. Well, I guess it does damage, because yeah, this is oh no, because it starts at 0. It has a +1 because of the boost from this. That gets removed by the fight ability. And then once they engage, it doesn't have any attack points. So yeah, that's fine. Because I was gonna say that he would have lost, like, they would have lost 1 health points, but that's not the case. Okay. So we pillage 2 because we have 2 health up here, and return minions. Return any minions in the lanes back to the back line. Okay. Now the problem with this is oh, you can pick whichever one you want, right? Like when you're if you want to engage a minion, you just pick a minion that you want to engage in, and then just place it leftmost lane with that monster. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, strategy. Keeping minions at bay. Minions might seem like small annoyances at first, but you must be careful not to ignore them for too long, or they will grow into an unstoppable force. Another important consideration, if you engage minions during the alliance phase, they will come to a lane, and therefore they will not pillage for the turn. This means you can use allies to slow down minions that have grown out of control of them and defeat them to draw useful cards. Oh, because once you defeat a minion, though, you get... Don't you get a card? Or is that like the next step? Yeah, end phase, probably. Okay, let's... Don't jump ahead. Let's just see what it says. This means you can use allies to slow down minions that have grown out of control. Just be careful that as minions have a trample ability, meaning any damage they deal beyond what's needed to destroy an ally fighting them will damage your castle. Okay. In the last stage, Outsider has been destroyed. Alliance players, if the last stage Outsiders have been destroyed, Alliance wins the game. Otherwise, follow these steps. If the portal was not destroyed this turn, rotate the portal 90 degrees clockwise. Otherwise, replace the destroyed portal. Okay. Player discard cards down to... Player discard cards down to 7. Okay. Start another turn from a refresh phase. Okay, so when do you... wasn't there something about if you destroy a minion, you get a card? I mean, if you destroy an enemy, whoever, minion, whatever. Each time a monster is destroyed, one alliance player may draw a card. Does that include minions, though? It doesn't really say. I think it includes minions. Yeah, it was addressed actually earlier on page 6. Okay. So, I know we got rid of these 2 cards, but actually... Pillage comes after that, right? After the fight phase. So we would have gotten this card. And then these 2 gets pillage. Okay. So how do you get more cards? Just by destroying monsters? That's the only way you can get cards? Interesting. Because you gain mana, ready exhausted cards, summon horde. Yeah, it's like that's the only way you get cards if you destroy destroy an enemy. And you can't even destroy these. I don't know. Okay, that's pretty much how you play the game. So, let me read this part about the portals though. If the portal was not destroyed this thing, rotate the portal. There's like a little timer. That's what the you can see the four corners of this card, of the portal cards. Like they have like different numerical values. So it's gonna keep rotating clockwise. And that's how many minions, how many monsters are gonna show up. Looks like one of the turns there's no monster, so that's interesting. Okay. Alright, and then start new next phase. Okay, so let's play. Okay. So gain more mana, and in this case it's 4, so we're back to 4 mana. And then ready exhausted cards, none of the cards are exhausted. So what happened to the boost? That's only for one round, right? Let me just check here. Discarded at the end of the fight phase. Okay. Okay, so we summon the next Horde card. It's gonna go over here. It's a Stormcaller. It says Monster Renegade. So it goes here, and then proceeding left to right, repeat the steps below for each newly placed Horde card. So each newly placed, what happened to this one? Oh, and yet now minions gain +2. Oh, it's supposed to be attached to minions, so I messed up already. I think I'm going to stop it here. Because we made a big mistake with this wall breaker. I just want to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset this. And then the next video. Because, yeah, the whole minion monster thing, I guess I got... It's so easy to get that confused. Especially for me, you know, just starting to play the game. So this actually should have been attached to the minion. It makes sense now because it doesn't make sense for it to just stay there. You know, now that we got through like one turn, we have a practice turn, a tutorial turn. I'll reset the game, and when I come back, we're gonna play it through because I messed up with that. So all I'll have to do is just reshuffle. But yeah, I'll just do that a little later because I gotta finish up with treatment downstairs. And then later on today, I'll come back and we'll play a whole a complete game. So because I messed up with that. Because when it says Yenna minions, I was looking over here. I said, oh yeah, this is new. We just summoned this, and there's no monsters yet. When it's talking about minions, and this is where the danger of the minions actually starting to take shape, because now you get +2 there. Now we're getting rid of more cards. So, yeah, this is where like I think the game is missing some flavor. Like flavor, there's no flavor text on any of these cards, and then like that's why even like the manual is pretty dry. You know, you get that little explanation of what's actually happening with the world of Skytear, but like if they explain a little bit more about what the setup actually means, like with the minions, like what is that all about? Because it's very confusing. You set up the minions at the top and you're like, you know what's really going on? What is this setup? Once you get to the pillage phase, is it actually called pillage? Yeah, the pillage phase, everything makes sense. You know, that's why they're in the back, you know, just doing shit in the back, trying to mess up the situation. And that's why they're dangerous, and that's why they're there. You know, if they need to, they should have had like some kind of explanation of what this setup all means. You know, what is this battlefield? You know, and that's why like this the flavor text is missing from the cards, and a little bit of flavor should have been placed in the manual to explain the whole setup. You know, to give us that, you know, to give us that setting. What does this all mean? You know, how does this translate into like create a story out of it, something like that to make more sense. But so far, I like the game. Now that the whole attachment thing is resolved, I see it now. So, but this is pretty much more like a, you know, because I said in the beginning, more it's supposed to be like tower defense, and I really like tower defense games, and I have played some tower defense board games. I have a couple of them, but this is more like Yu-Gi-Oh than, you know, but because now you have like the card placement down. It's like different than what was the other one that I have. I forgot the name. Where you have four heroes, you're just defending, and all these monsters are coming. This is like you get cards, and then you choose where to place them, and they have abilities, and so it's a little bit more complex compared to like the what I've seen in the past. So, but yeah, I like it so far. It's a little confusing, and I you know I have those complaints that Freddie talked about, but we'll play a full game when I come back. So yeah, that took like about 2 hours just to go through setup and one round of the game, just to kind of get a feel of how the game is gonna play. So, but yeah, I look forward to the next session though. So till then, bye bye.